Hey, so I've been really like focused on this perfect day concept recently. It's I talked about it on Daily Fire. If you don't listen to Business and Biceps podcast, you better listen to it. And I did a Daily Fire, which is a short thing that we do, each day. John and I kind of go back and forth. And what made me think about it is I have so many people that reach out to me that say they're inspired by me going out to live my dream and do the things I've done. And I've been going after this thing for like almost 20 years now. It sounds crazy because you have to figure I started my business in 1999 and it's 2017, right? But what I tell you is that what I've found recently, as I've had some success over time, is that what do I want what I would call my perfect day to look like? And it might not be your perfect day from the standpoint of like, it could be like your ultimate, all the way broken down to what you eat, who you talk to, and into that level, or it can just be like, you know what, in the morning I'd like to go and do this. I'd like to read for this amount of time. And it's partly a strategy, which I talk about all the time. It's partly just like to make you, what I would say, ultimately happy. Because I think with a lot of people, they're just unhappy. They fucking hate their job. They hate what they have to do. So it's not necessarily a money thing. Don't get me wrong. Money will give you freedom, right? You gotta work your ass off to get to that level, but it's there. But what I'll tell you is that for me, there's certain things that I just wasn't doing that are not necessarily towards the next goal, but maybe towards like quality of life and just to make me feel, great every day. And so I started doing them. And as easy as this, like I have the freedom to do whatever I want, right? So I can control it, but it's like Rachel and I talked about not having enough time together because we're just so busy. The kids got sports and everything, and it's 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and we're talking for 15 minutes. And so like I just said, 4 out of 5 days a week, I'm gonna try to have lunch with Rachel, whether it's at my house, whether it's at somewhere out, whatever it is. And it's something small. In my outline, in my perfect day was at lunchtime to spend time with, family I love if I can. Now, I had a meeting yesterday and I spent time with somebody I still care for that's a business partner, but it's like, is that when I call my grandfather? Is that when I, talk to my mom like in depth? Like, because I'm busy during the day, I'm not gonna have a long conversation. So it's like setting aside time that will lead to you feeling, much better through the day. One of the things a lot of people don't know about me, I've talked about it here and there, is that I enjoy golf, which is kind of fun. I'm a mix of all kinds of weirdness, right? So like my grandfather taught me how to lift weights like an animal and how to golf. And so I don't talk about it a lot, but I have a passion for it. So it's like I am super relaxed when I'm out there just hitting wedges. I don't even have to be playing, just hitting balls, because it reminds me of a time when I'm young, right? And from a guy that taught me that's my idol. And so like I have the ability to go hit 15, 20 minutes of golf balls if I want to, but I just was not doing it. So I think what it comes down to is like, think backwards of if you got up every day and you could literally do whatever you want. Now, the funny thing is, to most people's, head, this wouldn't make sense, but I like getting up at 3 or 4 in the morning and going to the gym. Like, I enjoy the way that makes my day. Dustin Myers will call him back. I enjoy the way my day feels if I do that because I feel ultimately productive. So I wouldn't change that in my perfect day scenario. It's important for me to do that. So it's like if I go there and then I got these other things scheduled down, and you haven't heard me talk about work per se, but I have that content creation, interaction with people that have supported me, like all that stuff is in there because that's what feels good, right? So I think like take a step back, think about what that would be for you, write it down, work towards it, and I think it could be a little bit of a strategy for you guys. So look, check this out. Make sure you guys are listening to the podcast. This is the kind of stuff that we do on a regular basis, myself and John Fosco, the Business and Biceps channel. Make sure you subscribe. Tell all your friends. Let's go.